In ancient Egypt, the greatest treasure of human knowledge existed, the Library of Alexandria. Thousands of scrolls holding the secrets of civilization suddenly vanished, lost to mysterious flames or unknown forces. Who or what caused this disappearance? Historians still search for clues, but each lost scroll raises even more questions. Want to uncover the full story? Watch the full video on YouTube now. If you've been watching videos about ancient Egypt recently, then you might have come across this dramatic clip. It shows an enormous library burning to the ground with people desperately trying to escape the flames. This is not a scene from a movie. It's actually a reconstruction of the legendary destruction of the Library of Alexandria. But why did it burn down? And can we trust that these are the remains of the great library? Let's take a journey back in time to find out. Ancient Alexandria was one of the largest cities in the Mediterranean world. Located on the coast of Egypt, it was founded by Alexander the Great in 331 BC after he conquered the Egyptian Empire. The city quickly became an important cultural and intellectual center. Its royal library was considered one of the largest and most comprehensive collections of knowledge in the world. It's believed that the library initially started as a personal collection of scrolls belonging to King Ptolemy I, who ruled Egypt after Alexander the Great's death. He amassed thousands of books on various subjects, including history, science, mathematics, philosophy, and literature. Over time, his collection grew and became the property of the entire kingdom. But how did the library expand so rapidly? Well, thanks to a clever strategy, it managed to obtain copies of almost every book written in the Greek language. Ships were sent to every corner of the known world to collect any book that had been published. And if a writer heard that their work was needed, they were given free lodging and food in Alexandria until they had finished writing a copy of their book. So many people came here to study and do research that it was nicknamed the world in a single city. However, other rulers also wanted their hands on those valuable texts. In 210 BC, Antiochus III, king of the Seleucid Empire, invaded Egypt. During the war, he plundered the city and stole many books from the royal library. His son, Antiochus IV, later attempted to steal even more, but he was defeated by Ptolemy V. To punish him, Ptolemy seized all the books that Antiochus had brought with him and added them to the royal collection. Throughout its existence, the library continued to grow due to donations from wealthy citizens, scholars, and travelers. One of the most famous patrons of the library was Queen Cleopatra, who is said to have donated 200,000 scrolls. The library's collection was truly astonishing. It's believed that at its peak, it contained up to 500,000 papyrus scrolls and clay tablets covering various subjects. The collection included works by Homer, Sappho, plays by Sophocles and Euripides, and historical accounts by Herodotus. This wealth of knowledge was accessible to all, regardless of social status or nationality. Scholars from around the world visited the library to study, conduct research, and borrow books. There was even a special building where visitors could stay while they worked on their projects. The library was also a center of learning, hosting lectures, seminars, and discussions on a wide range of topics. People would gather here to exchange ideas and debate philosophical and scientific issues. It was an environment that encouraged intellectual curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge. So how did such a precious treasure get destroyed? Unfortunately, there are multiple theories, but no one knows which one is correct. The first theory blames Julius Caesar. In 48 BC, he landed in Alexandria with his fleet during a civil war with his rival, Pompey. They clashed near the harbor and Caesar's ships were damaged. As he repaired his vessels, he became increasingly frustrated with the Alexandrians, who seemed to be siding with Pompey. On top of that, supplies were running low and the general was getting angry. On top of that, a festival was being held in the nearby temple of the goddess Arsinoe. But Caesar decided to use this occasion to make an example of the city. That night, his soldiers set fire to the nearby wharves. This may have accidentally spread to some buildings in the harbor, but it quickly engulfed the library as well. Although Caesar tried to put the fire out, it raged for 6 days before it was finally extinguished. Approximately 20% of the library's collection was lost. But the story doesn't end there. According to Roman historian Pliny the Younger, another fire broke out just a few years later. This time it was started by someone who wanted to get rid of some poisonous mushrooms growing on the library walls. Once again, this small incident got out of control and the entire building burned to the ground along with most of its remaining collection. But other historians disagree with this account. They point out that it would have been extremely unusual for a small fire to destroy a building that had already survived an attack by one of Rome's most powerful generals. Instead, they believe that the final destruction of the library was caused by a series of unfortunate events that occurred between the fires ignited by Julius Caesar. For example, the historian Ammianus Marcellinus claimed that Calixtus, the prefect of Alexandria, set fire to the library's museum. This building housed a vast collection of scientific instruments and rare books. Many believe that Calixtus wanted to get rid of these valuables so that the new ruler of Egypt, Aurelian, wouldn't know that he had taken anything when he came to conquer the country. Whatever the reason, the fire spread quickly, and most of the library's collection was lost. The remaining books and scrolls were heavily damaged by smoke and soot. The last recorded event to take place in the library was the construction of a church within its ruins. This happened under the reign of Emperor Diocletian around 297 AD. After that, the library disappeared completely. Unfortunately, no archaeological evidence has been found to confirm the exact location of the library's destruction. Multiple excavations have been carried out in Alexandria, but none of them have uncovered any traces of the ancient library. Some researchers argue that the site of the ancient library has been lost to erosion and rising sea levels. Others suggest that it might be buried under modern-day Alexandria. Most archaeologists agree that the first fire described by ancient writers must have occurred at the Serapeum, where the main library was located. Excavations have indeed revealed the remains of a burnt library there. However, it was probably a secondary source that copied the books in the main collection. The burning of the Serapeum may have occurred simultaneously with the destruction of the main library, but it may also have happened earlier. A team of archaeologists led by Catherine Johns of the University of Leicester believes they've discovered the location of the primary library. They claim that it once stood next to a large theater that's still standing today. John says that both structures were built on the same axis and that their foundations were directly adjacent to each other. If their hypothesis is correct, it means that the library was only a few steps away from the sea. This could explain why it was destroyed so easily. It's possible that the fire caused by Caligula destroyed the part of the library that stood close to the shore. The main building may have survived this catastrophe, only to be lost to the flames ignited by Aurelian's troops. Eventually, the entire complex collapsed, leaving behind a pile of ash and rubble. Some people think that there may still be scrolls hidden beneath the ruins of the library, waiting to be discovered. Perhaps they could contain the long-lost works of Sappho or the secrets of ancient Egyptian medicine. But for now, all we have are the stories told by ancient historians. The destruction of the Library of Alexandria was a tragic loss for the ancient world. The burning of the library symbolizes the fragility of knowledge and the devastating consequences of war and destruction. But it also serves as a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit. Even in the face of such a catastrophic loss, the pursuit of knowledge and the love of learning endured. The legacy of the Library of Alexandria continues to inspire and shape our world today. It serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving and protecting our cultural heritage for future generations. What do you think happened to the Library of Alexandria? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more videos about ancient Egypt.